Well, thank you. What an honor to be here, and what an honor to have these exonerees behind me who are heroes traveling the country to stand up for justice nationally. Let's give a round of applause for them. Really an honor to stand in solidarity with you. It says in the book of Proverbs, you must rescue those taken off to death. Because we know while we have to be tough on crime, that has to be done in a way that is effective and just. And this is not the just way that we have been pursuing. Those who have been treated unfairly for many reasons, for the wrongful conviction that can be due to many reasons such as eyewitness misidentification, junk science, false confessions, snitch testimony, and bad lawyering. And this death penalty needs to be abolished in America. We see here that we risk killing innocent people, that the death penalty is racist in its application. The death penalty is arbitrary. The death penalty isn't a deterrent, and it doesn't keep us safer, and the death penalty costs us more. In fact, those on death row today, 57% are people of color, right? And oftentimes they've lacked adequate legal representation, and many times what is needed is treatment for substance abuse in many cases, and proper justice rather than death. And on the front of costs, we know $2.5 million is the cost for one death row case, just the case alone. Florida spent $51 million a year to enforce the death penalty. California, over the past few decades, has spent $4 billion just to enforce death penalty. Now, one reading the Bible, in my case what we call the Torah, might come to the conclusion the death penalty is permitted or perhaps even mandated. But in fact, if you look just at the rabbis and their interpretation, we see very quickly they said that if a court were to execute one person over the course of 70 years, that would be a bloody court. 1 in 70 would be a bloody court because they were aware of how much doubt was involved. And one of the worst things we could ever do is to take an innocent life, and that should give us all pause and fear at carrying forth such a system. That only God should be the one to handle life and death matters, not humans. And so we stand here to hold up the teaching from the book of Proverbs, you must rescue those taken off to death. We stand here with these heroes behind us traveling nationally to say enough is enough. The cost is too much, the injustice is too high, the racial injustice, the economic injustice is too high, and we need alternatives to death row. Thank you all very much, and God bless.